You're listening to the Father-Son Pick'em Pod.
With your hosts, Seth Taylor and Zayn Taylor.
Let's do this.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Oh, what a play! All right, welcome into the first episode of the Father-Son Pick'em Pod. You excited?
Yeah.
We recorded our trailer. We got everything set up.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are ready for our first episode. How do you feel?
Great. In our first trailer, our family interrupted us.
Our family did interrupt us. We had to
redo the trailer.
We had to redo it several times, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. That's part of the fun, right?
Yeah. You just have to pay attention to the screen and not get distracted.
Don't knock your drink off the desk, please.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for everyone who's listening to us. Is that good? Thanks to everyone who's listening to us. We're super excited to start this journey of a podcast. So we've got 10 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we're going to pick today. What I can't believe is that college football starts tomorrow. Right?
What?
How cool is that?
I didn't know that, fans.
You didn't know that? Well, yeah, it starts. So we are going to pick 10 games happening. This is called week 0. So it's not all college football teams are going to play this week, but there are several that play early. So it kind of gives us a sneak peek into the football season.
Yeah.
Kind of fun.
And we are never quitting this channel.
I hope not. Maybe we'll do it for years and years and years. That'll be kind of fun, right?
Yeah, and maybe we can travel to do this.
Maybe so. But let's get the first episode out of the way first. How about that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to say before we get into our picks? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Are you excited about college football starting?
Yes, and let's get ready to rumble. Because you're listening to the Father-Son Pick'em Pod.
All right. I love that. Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Before we get into the 10 games, how are you feeling about our favorite team, the Auburn Tigers?
Auburn, this year I'm feeling pretty confident. We actually got their autographs.
We did. We went to Fan Day.
Uh-huh.
And we got all the players' autographs.
And all their fist bumps.
We did. We fist bumped almost every player, which was very cool.
All the quarterbacks.
Yeah, who was your favorite player that you got to fist bump or talk to or get their autograph? Who was your favorite?
The Australian guy.
The punter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully he won't have to punt too much this year because we'll be scoring a lot of touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
If he's punting a lot, we're in trouble.
Yeah, because Alabama has no faith.
They don't have faith in Auburn?
They're not gonna squash us this year.
Alabama's not gonna squash Auburn this year?
Mm-hmm. They did last year.
You think we have a chance?
And the one before.
You think we have a chance this year?
Maybe.
The games were actually pretty close the last couple of years. We just lost both of them.
We only won 6 games.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. But who is new at Auburn and is hopefully going to steer the ship in the right direction?
I don't know any new players.
No, coach.
Freeze alert.
What do we like? The freeze alert?
Freeze alert.
Freeze alert. Everyone watch out. There's going to be a cold front coming in, right?
Yep, how about you, tell us what your favorite team is.
Yeah, in the comments. That would be great if everyone would comment. Who's your favorite team?
Yeah.
And what is your prediction for your favorite team's record this season?
And who's your favorite player on that team?
Okay, so give us your favorite team. What do you think your favorite team's record is going to be, and your favorite player on that team, right?
Yeah, and make sure to subscribe.
Yes, make sure to subscribe. Like and subscribe, right?
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Okay, so while we're talking about favorite teams and records and favorite players, Auburn plays 12 games in the regular season. Mm-hmm. What do you think Auburn's record will be? How many games will we win? How many will we lose?
I think we'll only lose, like...
You want to go through each game and just predict it?
UMass is definitely going to lose.
Okay, let's just go through...
We're actually going to that game.
We are going to the first game of the season, the Auburn-UMass game. We're very excited.
Friend.
It's going to be super hot.
And we're going with my friend.
We are taking your friend, Adrian. Shout out to Adrian if he's watching or listening to the podcast, right? You want to say hi?
Hi, if you're Adrian.
Oh, just to Adrian, no one else? You don't have to say hey to everybody. But today, how about this week, we'll give a shout out to Adrian.
Or Miss Beck if you're watching.
Okay, you're a teacher, Miss Beck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Miss Beck. Shout out to Adrian. Okay.
I might tell her to watch the video.
You should tell her to watch it because you gave her a shout out.
Okay,
Okay. Let's go through the Auburn schedule. You tell me win or loss, okay? Ready? Auburn.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, you want me to tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Auburn versus UMass. Who wins that game?
Auburn.
Okay. Auburn.
50 to
Oh, you're going to give scores.
35.
50 to 35, okay. If we give up 35 points to UMass,
that would be embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay, Auburn versus Cal. They got to go all the way to California for the second game of the season.
I think they're going to tie because
there's no ties.
I think they,
If they tie, they go to overtime.
I think Auburn might beat them by 1 because I like California.
Okay. But Auburn will still win?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm kind of rooting for both teams. What? Both teams are very good.
You don't know nothing about Cal. What's their mascot? Do you even know their mascot? The California... University of California...
I'll go check the scorekeeper and see what they are.
They're the Bears.
Bears.
We don't go for the Bears. We go for Auburn.
I go for a lot of teams.
You can go for whoever you want.
I go for a lot of teams, Sonny.
Oh, okay. All right, let's keep going through the schedule. Third game of the season, Auburn versus Samford. You know, Samford is in Homewood, right outside of Birmingham. So who do you think wins that game, Auburn or Samford?
Which one's done better over the years?
Auburn.
So I think they're going to only beat them by 6.
Okay, so Auburn wins the first 3 games. So that has Auburn at 3-0. The next game, Auburn at Texas A&M. Who wins that one?
Texas A&M.
You think A&M will beat Auburn?
Yeah, because... Wait, no. I think Auburn will win because we destroyed them last year.
Well, I wouldn't call it destroyed, but...
We beat them last year.
That game was hype, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was hyper.
When Cadillac ran out and was giving the interview before the game and all the lights were going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Cadillac. We love Cadillac, right?
Yeah. And shout out to Adrian because he was there.
Okay, next game. Ooh. So you think Texas A&M's beating Auburn, or you think Auburn's going to beat Texas A&M?
I think Auburn's going to win.
Okay, so 4-0 for Auburn to start the season. Then
I'm kind of worried.
Auburn versus Georgia.
Georgia's going to destroy us.
Okay, so you think Georgia will be Auburn's first loss?
Georgia is going to be just like 50.
They got a new quarterback, though. You know, there's kind of...
58-40.
There's some unknowns.
58-40.
Okay, 58-40. Okay, so 4-1. Then Auburn...
4-2.
No, 4-1.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then Auburn at LSU. Win or loss?
Loss.
For Auburn?
Yeah.
Okay, so LSU wins that. So now we're 4-2, right? This is going to be a big one, too.
Oh.
At Auburn versus Ole Miss. What do you think?
I think Auburn's going to win that.
You think Auburn will pull that one out?
Game in overtime.
Overtime, okay. Okay, so now we've got Auburn at 5-2.
Oh,
a little over.
The screen just went off.
Oh, okay, I'll fix it. Just press the space bar. It should come back on. There you go.
I have to enter your password.
You know the password, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so type it in.
I'm not giving any of you guys our password. I don't want y'all to hack into our computer.
Yeah, don't say it out loud. Just type it in. Okay, so Auburn's 5-2. Next game is Auburn versus Mississippi State. Who do you think wins that one? Auburn or Mississippi State?
I think that's going to be a good game.
Okay, good game, but who wins?
I think Auburn's going to go into 2 overtimes against Mississippi State.
A lot of overtime games.
And then win.
Okay. So 6-2 Auburn. Then we got Auburn at Vanderbilt in Nashville. What do you think? Who wins that? That's Vanderbilt's homecoming game. That typically you schedule a homecoming game for a team you know you can beat, and Vanderbilt put Auburn as their homecoming game. That's kind of disrespectful, right? Because they think, oh, we'll definitely beat Auburn.
And Georgia copied us.
How?
They copied our theme song.
Oh, yeah. Glory, glory to
the Bulldogs.
Boo. The Auburn one sounds better, doesn't it?
They're my least favorite team.
Auburn sounds better, doesn't it?
Yep.
Glory, glory to
Auburn.
I love it. Okay, so Auburn or Vanderbilt, who wins the game? Just make a pick.
3 overtimes.
Every game's going to overtime? And every game goes to another overtime?
I like both games.
Well, that's fine. So who wins? Just pick one. It's okay to like both.
I like Nashville and I like Dixieland.
Okay, so who wins?
I think...
Zayn does love the state of Tennessee, and he loves Nashville. So this is a little bit tough of a pick for him. But ultimately, who wins? You can pick whoever you want.
This is kind of disrespectful to my team, but I think Nashville's going to win.
Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So Auburn is now 6 and 3. Okay, 7 and 3, something like that. 6-3, 7-3. Okay, Auburn versus Arkansas.
Ooh.
Who wins?
Oh.
Who do you think?
That is a great game.
Yeah, KJ Jefferson. They call him the mini Cam Newton. That's Arkansas's quarterback. I don't think he's near as good as Cam Newton, but people call him mini Cam or whatever. I watched Cam play, and he was much more spectacular than KJ Jefferson. Although he is good. Don't get me wrong. All right, so who wins? Auburn or Arkansas?
Auburn.
Okay. Auburn versus New Mexico State.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Not really. It should be a fairly easy game for Auburn.
I'll pick Auburn.
Okay. Final
I'm
game.
not doing a score because I don't want to be cocky for the Mexico State fans.
Okay, that's very respectful. I appreciate that, and I'm sure they do too. Final game of the year.
Oh, Alabama and Auburn. Oh.
So who wins the Iron Bowl this year? It's in Auburn.
It's gonna be.
Who's gonna win?
Last year it was in Auburn.
No, last year was in Tuscaloosa.
Ugh.
Who wins it?
Wait, how did Alabama even beat us last year? Because they had more fans?
No, you can't beat somebody because you have more fans.
Because it was Bryce Young.
What is this?
Nothing, just cut that out.
Okay, so who wins? Auburn or Alabama? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is going to be the best game ever, but I think Auburn's going to do a tiebreaker in the last second in overtime.
They're going to break the tie and win the game?
In overtime in the last second.
Wow. That's awesome. Okay, so let's go back through. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Did you say Texas A&M was going to win or Auburn? You said Auburn would beat Texas A&M. Georgia's a loss. Did you say LSU was a win or a loss?
No, I said Georgia was going to beat us.
Georgia was a loss.
So
Georgia's a loss for Auburn. What about LSU? You said LSU was a win or a loss?
I forgot.
Me too. Anyways, I think you got Auburn at like either 9-3 or 8-4. Does that sound about right? 8 or 9. So you think Auburn will win 8 or 9 games?
Is our quarterback good, by the way?
We'll find out, won't we?
He better be.
He just got named as the starter this past week. Peyton Thorne, transfer from Michigan State.
He better be good.
We'll find out, won't we? Okay. Are you ready to get into this week's picks, though?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get your computer set up so you can read the games?
No, it died.
Well, hit the space bar.
It died.
It didn't die. It's on the charger. Okay, type in the password. Is the cap... you see that green light? You see the green light right here? Press that.
I'm gonna make a joke.
No. Look, press this one.
No.
The one with the green. The one with the green light. No, it won't work. Ladies and gentlemen, give us just a minute. The caps lock is on, so the password is not going to work.
What's caps lock? What's caps lock, by the way?
There you go. Okay. Caps lock makes every letter you type capital. And the password is not capital letter, so that doesn't work. Okay, let's get into it. We have 10 games. They are all this Saturday, except for 1, 2, 3 of them are next week on Thursday or Friday, I believe. So let's get into the first one. What's the first game?
Navy and Notre Dame.
Okay.
I picked Notre Dame.
Okay, but guess where this game's being played?
Ooh.
Read the location.
Aviva Stadium, Dublin.
Dublin. You know where Dublin is?
Where?
Ireland.
Ooh.
So I guess it's kind of like the luck of the Irish. That's how, like, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yeah, maybe.
I bet they'll have a lot of fans there.
Maybe they can get a 4-leaf clover and win this game.
I imagine that Notre Dame will have a lot of fans supporting them in Ireland.
Yeah, they can get a 4-leaf clover on their field and win the game.
Maybe so. So you're picking Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna log our picks in here so that throughout the season we keep track of who we picked and who gets the most correct answers. Okay, so Zane's picking Notre Dame. I will also be picking Notre Dame. Surely because they are the much better team than Navy for sure. Okay, second game.
Because they're not ranked.
Correct. Yeah, but that doesn't always mean that you'll for sure win. Okay, I think the drink is gone.
It is.
Okay, second game. This one's just.
I really like V8.
This is right up the road from us. UTEP versus Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State is about 40 minutes from here.
I want to do Jacksonville because my friend Henry is from Jacksonville.
Yeah, but I think he's from Jacksonville, Florida. Different Jacksonville. But.
Nah.
Are you still picking Jacksonville State to win?
Who's the better team?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I do know that Jacksonville State has done really, really well in the division that they were in. I believe they're coming to Division I this year, or maybe next year.
You go first.
I'll pick Jacksonville State. Why?
Why?
It's a home game for them. It's the first game of the season. Rich Rodriguez, their coach, has typically been a pretty good coach.
Oh, I'm going to have to pick Jacksonville State.
Okay, you pick Jacksonville State as well? Mm-hmm. Okay, so far we've both picked the same teams. Third game. What's the third game?
UMass and New Mexico State.
So UMass, that's the first game Auburn will play. Mm-hmm. But UMass is going to play a game before Auburn. They play New Mexico State, which you know what else is interesting? Mm-hmm. Auburn also plays New Mexico State. So these two teams, Auburn will play both of them later in the year. Kind of interesting. We should probably watch that to see how these two teams are, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of do a little scouting report.
Yeah. Wait. I'll let you go first.
No, because you're just going to copy my answer. So I'm going to let you go first. This game is being played in New Mexico. It's a home game for New Mexico State. UMass is in Massachusetts. So they have to fly all the way across the country to New Mexico to play this game.
Gosh.
So what do you think? Who do you think is going to win?
I think who's the better team?
First of all, make sure you're talking into your microphone because I don't.
Who's the better team?
Oh, that was very clear. I to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know who's better. Well, you know how we'll find out?
UMass is bad, so I'm going to root for New Mexico State.
So you think New Mexico State's going to win? Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I'm also picking New Mexico State. I don't think either one of the teams are super great, but New Mexico State being at home, I think they'll probably win the game at home.
We've all picked the same picks.
We have all three. Okay, next one. Ohio at San Diego State.
Ooh.
Who do you think wins this one? Excuse us? Excuse me?
Excuse me.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay.
Ohio or San Diego State?
I like Ohio, but I'm rooting for the home team.
Okay. So you think San Diego State will win?
Yeah.
I'm checking the microphone level, and I can't hear you very good, so make sure you're talking into the microphone.
Okay.
You don't have to talk that close to it, but just, yeah, there you go. Okay, so you're going with San Diego State. So, Zane, interestingly enough, I think this is going to be the first place that we disagree. I think I'm going to go with Ohio.
Huh?
Yep.
They're bad.
How do you know that? You've been watching them?
Georgia played Ohio, and they completely missed a field goal kick.
Did they? Did Georgia play Ohio? When? Last year?
Yes.
I'm going to look that up.
On New Year's Eve.
That was Ohio State.
Oh. Ohio. Oh.
That was Ohio State. This is just Ohio. Very good memory, though, because Ohio State did miss a kick that would have won them the game and sent them to the... Wait, was that the national championship?
No, that was not. Oh, wait, yes, it was. That was a semifinal.
Yeah.
Winner played TCU.
No, they played... Why can't I remember? Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Georgia played TCU.
I remember all the games last
This
year.
is ridiculous. He knows more than me. He remembers more than me.
Okay.
Okay, you're right, though. Ohio State did miss...
Completely miss it.
Sorry, Bert. Our friend Bert is a huge Ohio State fan, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Bert, though.
But they were the worst team last year.
They weren't the worst team. They made it to the semifinals of the college football playoff. That means they were one of the 4 best teams.
But they completely missed a field goal, and they completely lost.
You are relentless, aren't you?
Yep, and...
You don't give anybody any mercy.
So sorry, Bert Sites.
Sorry, Bert. Okay. So we disagreed there. Next game, Hawaii at Vanderbilt. They're playing in Nashville at Vanderbilt. Who do you think wins this game?
Are we going to that game?
We are most certainly not going to the Hawaii-Vanderbilt game.
Why?
Because I'm not driving to Nashville to watch Vanderbilt play Hawaii.
What? We gone there before.
We have gone there before, but not to a football game.
We've just gone to explore the city. Or whatever it is.
Yeah, we explored Nashville. We had a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, who do you think wins? Hawaii, Vanderbilt?
Let me just thinking to see who's the better. See who's the better team. Wait, is it like Hawaii the island or
Yes.
Hawaii the state?
Both. The state of Hawaii is an island. It's actually several islands make up the state. But yes, it is the state/island of Hawaii. Talking to the mic.
Which Hawaii?
Hawaii. The main, I think they're on the Big Island. That's what they call it, like the Big Island.
I'm gonna have to root for so sorry Aloha fans, but I'm gonna have to root for Nashville.
Why do you keep calling them Nashville? It's Vanderbilt.
Yeah, but they're playing Nashville.
Okay, so you're going for Nashville.
And why do they play in Nashville? They're not even Nashville.
Yeah, they are. Vanderbilt is in Nashville. Okay, I'm gonna agree with you though. Okay, I think Vanderbilt will win this game. Clark Lee is their coach, and I think this is his second year. He kind of surprised some people last year. Vanderbilt has typically been really bad at football. Okay.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, they're typically really bad at football, but
Then why'd you root for them?
well, listen, I'm not rooting for them. That's why I'm just picking to win. So listen, last year Clark Lee turned some heads. He won some big games that people didn't think he was going to win for Vanderbilt, and so I think this year they'll probably be
show up.
Maybe a little bit better and show up. Yeah.
What if we were both wrong? That would be embarrassing.
Well, I'm sure we'll both be wrong on one of these. Okay, moving on. This one should be pretty easy. San Jose State versus number 6 USC, the former Heisman Trophy winner from last year, Caleb Williams. First game of the season. What do you think? I think this one's super easy. I think USC absolutely will blow them out of the water and win big. But what do you think?
I want to pick USC.
You pick USC too?
Because they're going to blow them out of the water.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb Williams, he's probably the best quarterback in the country.
Huh?
Yeah, he won the Heisman last year.
Ooh.
So I think, it's pretty easy for them to win, right?
Dad, can I tell you something real quick? Who
Yes.
won the Cy Young last year?
Who won the Cy Young last year?
Mm-hmm.
Totally different topic, but let's look and see. I don't know.
It's probably Shohei Ohtani.
It's not Shohei Ohtani. Sandy Alcantara.
What the?
He won the National League Cy Young last year.
I don't know who that is.
Justin Verlander won the American League Cy Young.
Okay, back to the video.
Okay, back to the video. Just a quick break to figure out who won the Cy Young last year. Okay, next game. Who's on row? You can look and read it for me. Row 9.
Florida International versus Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, this might be a good game, actually. I think these two teams might be fairly evenly matched. Louisiana Tech's probably a little bit better, but I don't really know. Who do you think's going to win this one?
Florida International.
Hey, do your hand on the mic on the mouse pad like this. Yeah, so it doesn't.
Florida International.
You're picking Florida International.
Huh?
That's who you're picking?
Why'd you say it?
I was just
like they're gonna lose.
No. I'm just asking. That's who you picked, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you picked Florida International. I think it might be a close game. I think I'm gonna pick Louisiana Tech.
What?
Simply because they're playing this game in Louisiana, and you can't change your pick before you ask. You muted your microphone.
I know, but why'd you pick that?
You could just say it.
Why in the world would he pick that?
To be honest with you, I don't know why I would pick it. Some of these games I don't really know enough about. But listen, the next one I think is probably the best game on this whole list. Okay, who's the next one?
Florida and Utah.
Yeah, so last year, this game, these two teams played in Florida, and it was like a really, really, really good game. Florida won at the last minute. This year, they're playing in Utah, okay? Utah is ranked 14th. Florida, I think, has gotten a little bit better, so it could be an interesting game, but Florida is on the road, so who do you think wins this game?
I want Florida to win.
So you're picking Florida?
Yeah, because I like Florida.
Yeah, so last year, Florida won 29-26. Very close game.
Ooh.
But that was in Florida. Now they got to go to Utah.
How far is that away from Florida?
It's pretty far. Let's see. Gainesville, Florida to Salt Lake City, I think. Maybe. I don't know if that's where the University of Utah is, but it's probably pretty close.
Are they going to have to fly?
Shoo. It's not that close. It's pretty far. 32 hours if you drive. That's more than a day.
They're not driving.
They're not going to drive. No, they're going to fly.
Because they don't have a car.
It's probably like a 3.5 or 4 hour flight.
Do they have a limo?
No, they have a bus. Okay, so you're picking Florida, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a tough one, Zane.
It might make him speechless, people, so just be aware.
It might make me speechless. I think that Utah will win this game.
What?
So I'll give you my two reasons. Number one, they lost a close game last year to Florida. So they're like, we're not going to let them beat us this year. Number two, they're at home. So I think having their home fans kind of cheering them on, being kind of loud, will help them. But, hey, Florida's good. You might have made a good pick there.
I'm not going to get my Xbox.
This is only the first week. Also, for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, we made a little wager. Whoever ends up picking the most games correctly by the end of the season gets a prize. And Zane says his prize is going to be an Xbox.
And his is,
And Zane said that I just get food because I'm a fatty. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Okay, two more games, then we'll wrap it up. Okay, this one's kind of interesting.
Nebraska, Minnesota.
Nebraska versus Minnesota. Now, the reason this is interesting is because Nebraska has a new coach this year, Matt Rule. He used to coach... Matt Rule rules. Mm-hmm. He used to coach the Carolina Panthers in the NFL.
Ooh. Hey, wait.
So who do you think is going to win this one?
This is a very good game, but I think Nebraska might win.
Okay. So where is this being played? Oh, it's being played in Minnesota, so that's kind of interesting.
Ooh.
But I kind of agree with you. I think Nebraska, Zane, is like a very historic program. Like they've just over the years and years have been like really, really good at football, but the last, 10, 15 years or so, hey, too close. Last 10 or 15 years or so, they haven't been very good, but I think they may be on the right track with this new coaching staff. So I think I'm going to pick Nebraska in this one.
Oh.
Is that who you're picking too?
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear something kind of cool?
What?
I had a friend that I worked with a while back named Juan Paez. So shout out to Juan.
Paez.
Yes, he lives in Lincoln, or he did. He doesn't anymore. He lived in Lincoln, Nebraska, which is where the University of Nebraska is. And he took me into their football stadium. And I got to walk around the football stadium. It's a very, very cool stadium. And Nebraska fans, so we're obviously Auburn fans, and we typically watch SEC, stuff. That's what we pay attention to the most. Nebraska fans are some of the nicest and most passionate fans I've ever met. They love
Auburn's fans.
Well, I think the same about Auburn fans too, but Nebraska fans are great. So shout out to all the Nebraska fans. You know what they say?
What?
Go Big Red. So if you ever see a Nebraska fan, you say Go Big Red to them, they'll say it back to you. You want to say it to all the Nebraska fans that might be watching?
Go Big Reds. Good luck this year.
Go Big Red. Good luck to Nebraska this year. Okay, final game.
And football players for Nebraska, please watch this video.
Yes, all football players for Nebraska, please watch this. Okay.
And Auburn players, because we met y'all.
Yes. Every college football player, please watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that would be cool.
Okay, last game, right?
Yeah.
What's the last game?
Louisville versus Georgia Tech.
Okay, this game's in Atlanta. They're playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which is where the Falcons play. I don't really even know who's the better team here. Probably Louisville.
I don't like Georgia.
Well, this is Georgia Tech, different school. Georgia Tech is the Yellow Jackets.
Oh.
Not the Bulldogs. So what do you think?
We've been to Atlanta, Georgia many times.
We've been to Atlanta, Georgia many, many times. It's a great city. We love it, right?
Yeah. If y'all haven't gone there, go there. It's so cool.
Yeah, you got your Atlanta Braves hat on right now.
And go to Truist Park.
Truist Park is awesome.
They do fireworks some nights.
Yeah, I think every Friday.
Yeah. We've gone to a Friday night game and the Braves lost completely.
They did, but we still had fun, right?
Yeah, we got
that pizza.
Yeah.
Zayn loves the pizza at Truist Park. There's only one place you can get it, okay? So if you go to Truist Park, don't just get any pizza, because some of the pizzas are those little tiny personal pizzas.
Yeah, they suck.
Okay, well, suck is not a nice word, but they're not.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. They're not as good as this pizza. I don't even know what the place is called, but the slices are like as big as your head, right? They're like this big.
Yeah, kind of as big as your body.
They are. They're literally. I think they're almost 2 feet long.
They're as tall as here to here.
Okay, so pretty big, yeah. Okay, so back to Atlanta where this game is being played. Louisville, Georgia Tech. Who do you pick? Last game of the of our list here.
Louisville.
You're picking Louisville? Do you know what Louisville's mascot is?
What? No.
The Cardinal.
The Cardinals.
Mm-hmm. I think they're actually just called the Louisville Cardinal, but it is the Cardinal bird. Also, you know who we have connections to that has connections to Louisville?
Who?
Our good buddy Andy.
Yeah.
I think he had some family that went to the University of Louisville.
We're doing a shout out to Andy.
Andy Baker is one of our favorite people on the entire planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we love him so much.
Besides Billy.
Billy is also great, but we love Andy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
kind.
He is kind. And he gave you tickets to go to your first Auburn football game ever.
Mm-hmm.
So without Andy, you wouldn't have been able to go to your first Auburn football game. Well, you would have, but he gave you the tickets to be able to go, which is very, very kind.
We didn't even have to pay for them.
That's how generous Andy is. He's very, very generous and kind, and he's very giving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last year, we sat with Andy. We had season tickets right behind him, right? So we sat with him for several games last year.
We said hello. And remember when Auburn absolutely swooped that orange team?
Did we?
Yes.
Last year?
Yeah, in the rain delay.
Oh, yeah, there was a rain delay.
But we still won.
We did still win. Okay, final game. You pick Louisville, right?
Uh-huh.
That's who you're picking. Okay, I think I'm also going to pick Louisville. Typically, they're just better. I don't really know for sure if they're going to be better this year, but I'm picking them. Okay, so we picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 10 games. We picked exactly the same.
Can I do one more shout out?
Sure.
I want to do a shout out to
You know who we should really shout out?
Michael McDowell.
Who's that? In your class?
In my class.
Okay, but you know who we should really shout out?
Hmm.
Your mom. Number 1, she's awesome. Number 2, she's taking care of your brother and your sister so that we can do this.
Yeah, but she's in our family, so she's definitely gonna watch the video.
Yeah, great.
And subscribe.
Yeah, but we should make sure that we shout her out because she deserves a shout out, right?
Yeah.
We love you, Mom.
Go Taylor.
So I called her Mom and you called her Taylor. But she's really your mom, and I actually call her Taylor. Okay. Anyways, that's our first episode, right? Mm-hmm. That's a wrap on the first episode. We will come back next week, and we will discuss these games that we picked, figure out which ones we got right, which ones we got wrong, and then we'll pick 10 more games, right? Mm-hmm. Did you have fun on the first episode?
Yeah. And make sure to subscribe one more time.
Yes, definitely make sure that you subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope everyone has a wonderful week. We will see you back next week on the Father-Son Pick'em Pod.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Oh, what a play!